What's up? Ranger5678 here, and welcome back to Dead by Daylight. Holy shit, it's been a minute since I've created one of these commentary videos and stuff like that, and here's why. I'm just not as hardcore on DBD as I once was. I honestly, every time I come back, I'm like, alright man, I'm gonna be playing this game like a lot more now because I'm just suddenly enjoying it. And then like I don't know, man, it's just after like the new chapter drop, after Alien came out, yeah, I Alien was cool and all that stuff, but it really wasn't like the killer for me per se. And I didn't have any issues with Alien. By the way, I do not know how this Oni did not see me, but I'm gonna take it for what it is. So anyways, Alien was just not my kind of character, like it's one of those characters where like, yeah, he's fun to play and stuff like that, but after a few matches, you kind of get the gist of it, and you kind of just bounce, And then playing Survivor at the time of Alien release was just, it was so boring. It was, oh my god, I'm sorry. I know it's a new killer at the time, and and Alien is such a widely known franchise. Of course, everybody's going to be playing Alien, but holy shit, it wasn't not boring to play against an Alien every single match. And in one match I played against a clown for God's sake. But no man, so after that, I was like, well, you know what, I'm just not enjoying the game, I'm just gonna bounce. So yeah, here we go. And then but then now I am back, and I am specifically back because obviously is what probably came to as a surprise was my Naughty Bear video. Though I mean, to me it wasn't. If Naughty Bear was ever added to DVD, it was definitely going to be a video. It was definitely going to get me back into it, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, I love the Naughty Bear skin. They freaking knocked it out of the park. The voice guy, the narrator guy, the Mori was amazing. That's the biggest seller to me, man. It's the Mori. I think that Mori is what's going to sell it for a lot of people. Though, you do have to play Trapper, and we all know the Trapper isn't really the best character. No, he's definitely not the best character in the game, okay? I mean, that's not even arguable, alright? But it does make him more fun to play for me as a personal Naughty Bear fan, because when I was in like elementary school or middle school, Naughty Bear came out, and I loved the game. It was the first game I ever played where I actually felt like I can roleplay as a horror movie character. And to be honest, it's one of the few games where if you ever go back to it, you can still roleplay a horror movie character. Especially with that Paradise one, the second one they made out with, where you can be, dress up as a stuffed bear version of Freddy, Leatherface, Ghostface, and all that stuff. But obviously, as you guys can see, we that was such a horrible play on my part. But as you guys can definitely see, though, we definitely can play as them all in Dead by Daylight. Though I gotta be honest, man, even though it's awesome to play as these characters, essentially you are playing Dead by Daylight, so it's not like you're playing as them by themselves. And I kind of wonder why why game devs hasn't made a video game, a single player game where you just play as the killers. I mean, of course you got the licensing to go through, then you have to make a story and all the other usual game development stuff like that. But personally, I mean, so you can get the license, which I'm not going to say it sounds easy getting licenses nowadays, but a lot of people are doing it. I mean, hell, Texas Chainsaw just came out with their own video game, just a few months ago, and I mean, I don't know where it is at. I'm not a game dev or anything like that, so I don't even know how hard, game development really is. But hey, you know what? It is what it is, and pretty much Dead by Daylight is the only game that can really put us as as I guess just the closest thing to actually being able to play, as one of our favorite characters and stuff like that. So anyway, speaking of which, Behavior, if you could you please give an update to Michael Myers and give him his his new Halloween trilogy skin? I would love it, and maybe update his power. But again, I know that I'm sure you guys, if you guys wanted to do that, you could have done it way long ago. But who knows, man? Who knows? Anyways. With that said, though, where am I at now with Dead by Daylight? Well, I'm just playing it, to be honest. I mean, right now, there's not a whole lot of games I'm currently really in the mood for when I want to chill out. And you know, I mean, I got Alan Wake 2, but I have to kind of be in a certain, you know, mindset to play that game because it's just so tense. And then you got Red Dead Redemption, but you know, obviously, you know, I play those games on the weekend because, well, again, I have to be in a certain vibe to be in it. And usually those vibes come in the morning, and it is so good. It feels so good to play a game that you enjoy, that you can just turn your mind off and explore the world and all that stuff on the weekend. Seriously, if you guys don't have a weekend game, think about it, man. Think about getting one, playing a game that you only play on the weekend where you wake up, grab a cup of coffee or tea, or I don't know, maybe smoke weed or something. I don't know, whatever that gets you up in the morning and stuff like that. Seriously, it's such a chill time, and I probably wouldn't have discovered that if I never started YouTube. But regardless, though, when I'm during the weekdays and stuff like that, when I'm playing, or when I just want to like chillax or I'm by myself, I play Dead by Daylight, and honestly, it's been quite enjoyable, especially because I'm having to relearn how to play both Survivor and Killer. Like, for instance, over the years, I never played too much Survivor unless I'm playing with a group of friends, and I remember there was a time where I would consider myself at least a decent looper in DBD, and I have a couple videos on my channel back in the old days of DBD where I could loop Killer, but those are the old days. This is the new Dead by Daylight. Basically, this is like a sequel, like a Dead by Daylight 2, you know, just trying to compare it to like OG Dead by Daylight, you know, telling that Dead by Daylight 1 or whatever you want to call it, you know. And but it's still the same game at the end of the day, except just a whole lot of things have changed. But that's one good thing that I have to admit about Dead by Daylight, is that you can get burned out, you can just not enjoy the game, but you know, a couple months down the line, you want to come back and see what's new and stuff like that. There's always going to be something new in store. And one thing, again, I just love about this game is that, you know, you're definitely, if you take a few months off, you're definitely going to feel rusty. You're definitely going to see it in your gameplay. But if you manage to, like, stick with it and kind of, you know, just adjust to the new bullshit that happens in this game, then it's kind of gonna grow on you and stuff like that. I guess depending on who you ask, because I'm struggling to find friends to, you know, play this game with me. But anyways, with that being said, though, we also have the hype of the next chapter, which next week at the time of this recording, we're gonna be getting a new killer as well, and then of course we're getting a trickster buff, which, yeah, I don't know about that one, man. Trickster buff, I mean, all I wanted was Trickster to lose the recoil on gamepad. That's all I wanted. But they're gonna make him lose his recoil, give him a terror radius boost, you know, make him a normal terror radius, but he's gonna be 115. And I don't know how I feel about that, man, because as an ex-Trickster main, you know, like, yeah, it's cool, finally Trickster is getting some love, but at the same time, I started investing more time into survivors and stuff like that, and I can totally see why people hate going against Trickster now. Like, I'm not saying I became a survivor main or anything like that. It is just so annoying just getting machine gun, you know, in the ass while trying to run away from this dude. But like, it's just, sometimes it just feels like you're just boned regardless of what you do. But Trickster still suffers from the same problem as, you know, map pressure and all that stuff. So I don't know, man. We'll just have to wait and see, which I will be doing a video on. I mean, I don't really want to say I will be, but I most likely will be doing a video on it, because now obviously I have my PC, so I can play you know, the PTB and all that stuff. So we'll be checking out the new killer, we'll be checking out Trickster, and holy shit, this is gonna be my first time playing Trickster on PC, so I'm gonna see how it is, man. But overall though, the PlayStation is still going to be like my main hub area for Dead by Daylight, at least until they manage to somehow get cross saves into the game, because, you know, I have so much stuff in, you know, my PlayStation stuff. Like, I haven't even touched Dead by Daylight on my PC since, oh man, what was I mean, if I want to make a guess of the last killer that came out on the PC, or like when I was playing on the PC, that had to be probably the Ooh, come on, Raven, speak. Sorry, my mouth's getting a bit dry, but it has to be Leatherface, you know. So we're going way freaking back, man. And then after that, it became free on PlayStation at some point, and all my friends got it. And I mean, it's just been a PlayStation game for me ever since. But hey, you know what? If they, you know, soon to add it on PC, or they finally add mouse and keyboard support, that'd be awesome. You know, on consoles. But who knows what the future holds. But yeah, so anyways, this isn't my return into Dead by Daylight video, but just kind of I don't know, to be honest, I was so impressed at how this match went, because this is definitely my best Survivor match I've had in such a long time. Like, if you kind of kept track of my chases and stuff like that, I mean, I kind of killed it here. You know, I mean, I did lose at one point, but yeah, man, I was really proud of myself, so I had to put this on YouTube. But anyways, yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.